Hello, it's Daddy. Hey, darling, put Mommy on the phone. Yeah, Barbara, it's Rich. Yeah, look, I ain't never coming home no more. Take it easy.
Hey everyone. Welcome back to Str8 Talk No BS. I'm Jay, your host, and I'm here with my co-host, Cynthia, who's cracking up over there in the corner, Francis, and Tanya. And of course, by the scene that you just saw, you know what our show is about today. We're talking about those side chicks and those side dudes. And yes, I did say side dudes. Okay. Because y'all can be those mashed potatoes, those corns, and those side salads. You really can. Well, anyway, we're about to give y'all some tips on how to distinguish if you're the side chick or either the side dude. Let's start.
That video though.
I know. We're gonna do a countdown here.
All right, y'all. So let's get this started. Top 10 ways to know or suspect if you're the side chick or side dude. Okay. So number 10, we got claims to be the other person, by the way, claims to be a private person and will never let you get too close to them. So, Francis, what's your intake on that one?
Well, in my situation, wasn't shit private. Wasn't private.
I think that
it was
it's more like the other person doesn't want to let you get too close. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The main person is the close person, but
no, I get what you're saying. Again, I will iterate this. I was told from the get-go what it was. There were no secrets. We didn't do that. Secrets. She let it be known from the get-go. So no, with no damn secrets. You know, hey, I'm gonna tell you, secrets cause problems, but okay.
All right. Cynthia?
No.
Well, I'm not, I was the one that had to let it be known that they were the side piece. But the side piece ended up being the main piece. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
I'm going to need you to say that one more time because I did not hear audio. Not one thing.
Y'all been listening?
One.
Can you hear me now?
Well, while she's fixing her it was funny because all my side pieces, they would try to be personal and try to, withhold all their personal information and not get close. But they always end up spilling the beans, becoming butt naked with me, telling me everything, more than I even wanted to know. Yes. They would always break that contract. When you make that contract with them in the beginning, hey, I already got a family at home. So there's something, you keep your business to yourself over there. I keep my business to myself, Never worked that way. Never worked that way. Go ahead, Nay.
I was just always private.
How was mine always private?
No, I was always private.
Oh. So you never let it get too close.
Yeah, I done been the side piece and I done had the side piece. But mine has always been private. So I'm good. But one of my side pieces ended up being the main piece. That's why I was laughing. I left home to be with my side piece.
Oh my God. We're going to move on to the next one. Because Cynthia get too happy about that, baby. She get too happy. She reminiscing over there in that corner. She reminiscing on that side piece.
That song was for Nay. All right, y'all. Okay, so number 9 reason that you should suspect being the side piece. Okay, so they keep you away from friends and family. So if the relationship has to be a secret, then you shouldn't be in it. Okay. Judy, what you thinking on this one?
Well, that's common sense. Keep them away from the family. You said it.
So you're not introduced to mom and dad.
Baby, I'm not introducing you to nobody. Okay, I don't have.
Francis.
This is what about
what? Well, I mean, it's a dead giveaway. It's a dead giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but hey, every time put like this, when it comes to the point to where it's only at nighttime, y'all ain't never seen nowhere together.
No friends. You can't introduce them to your daddy, your mama, uncle. You 9 times out of 10 you decide.
Sister, no brother.
You decide, Cynthia.
You can't call after a certain time.
Huh?
You can't call after a certain time.
Oh, we getting there.
Yeah, you a side piece. If you can't call after a certain time, you are definitely a side piece.
All right. All right. Number 8. Makes excuses to always leave at random times. So, in the middle of the night, something always, some kind of reason. I got to dip out to my car, and all of a sudden the car gone. Francis,
anybody got anything to say about that one?
And that one was
Francis, were you ever in that situation? Yeah.
What where I have to
make
somebody has to leave at random
make up excuses. Yeah, the one that's creeping has to leave at a certain time. Either they lie and say, "Oh, I got to go to work early in the morning," or daggone well they ain't got to go to work.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but I mean, you know what? I guess even if you know what's going on, I guess you still the side piece. So yeah, hey, I'm gonna get ready to go to the house, but I guess it was always up front though.
You said that before. So pretty much a lot of these they're not gonna pertain to you because You just knew up front what was going on. So I mean,
Well, I ain't gonna lie, I made up a lot of excuses. Lie.
You made a lot of excuses, Judy.
Made up a lot, baby. Cause man, she's about to get me caught up. I gotta make up these excuses. I gotta get back home before the main piece get home. Maybe asking why you can't stay tonight. Why you can't stay another hour? Girl, I gotta get home. Ain't nobody watching the kids. I gotta go. And no, all the kids grown. All the kids are grown, but I gotta get home and watch the kids.
Go.
I'm running out of excuses. Me personally, I was running out of excuses. I was running out of excuses so bad. My excuses need excuses.
Your audio, what's the excuse for it?
I don't know. Can you not hear me?
No.
You need to put the tablet up here.
Technical difficulties for real.
Question. Do you have some going on in the background? You have something going on in the background?
I think that's Cynthia.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're gonna move on to the next one.
All right. So another way, always meets up in a hotel in different cities or at your house, never at their house. So have any of y'all ladies been in that situation? Always got to meet up in some hotel, or it's not even in the same city where you live at. It's in some like way off, couple hours away.
Yeah. I don't know about the other city thing.
Hotel, that's what hoes need.
Also,
But
so you in the same city, yeah?
Nate, what about you? Have you ever been in that situation? Been with somebody? Y'all always have to meet up at the hotel?
No.
Was it always
I never deep into it like that. I always had some home to go to. I never was the hotel side piece.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say my friend's name. I'm not gonna put it out there like that. But she kept on asking me, "Do you think this guy is married? Do you think he's married?" Honey, you ain't never been to his house. He got you meeting him in some on a dark alleyway, dark streets and stuff at 3:00 in the morning. And then when you call him on the phone, you always hear some kind of train in the background. You hear airplanes. You hear horses and wild cows and everything going on. Girl, he's married. Goodness gracious. What? Anyway.
Oh, wait. The horses and
not
the cows.
The trains and the horses.
You hear the horses and you hear the cows.
Yes.
You hear the trains in the background.
So,
you know, you
one
him where it's
one or two things. Well, one or two things. Either he live on the farm or he married to animals. I don't know which one.
None of them. None of them.
And she could never go to his house. Never go to his house. And then what makes it even worse, she was the one paying for the hotels. He never paid for it. Boy. Anyway, hopefully she tuning in so she can learn that she was a side piece.
No, man.
I know it. I ain't saying no names. Well, we're going to move on, y'all.
Lord have mercy. Okay. All right, here's another one. Never post any pictures of you on social media or in their phone. Now, that has to be true because, I mean, if you look on their social media account and you don't see any pictures of you, it's just a whole lot of them and some of their other friends. Anytime you ever get an opportunity to get their phone. You never see you in the phone, no screensaver, no nothing. You probably the side chick.
I'm gonna say this: they need to be smart. Delete the pictures that are on your phone. Save them to Google Drive or in the cloud. When you need them, just scroll on back through the Drive or Google Cloud and get them and download them. Okay. I shouldn't be teaching people that. I'm on the wrong side of the fence. Oh, never mind. Back to you, Barbara.
Look here, Cynthia. Cynthia, can you relate? Can you?
I'm gonna put you in my phone up under my brother's name, okay?
Oh, damn.
Name, okay? You one of my brothers. You one of my brothers, okay?
That's just horrible. That is just horrible.
Who is that? That's my brother. That's my brother on my dad's side.
Right.
Done.
Yeah, I'm put you in there, but you gonna be my brother on my dad's side.
But what you gonna do if they ask you to call them?
My brother on my dad's
side. Want to talk to him? You didn't coerce your one that you're cheating with. So what you gonna do then when you call? When your mate tell
baby,
you, call him.
Now you're lying.
Call your brother Jaquan. Because I ain't talk to him.
Anybody I done cheated with, hey, know your place, please.
Your ass is gonna be busted. Okay? More than one way. Okay. Moving on.
All right. Okay. So the other person always protects their phone password or with a password, or it's on silent, or it's on vibrate, or face down. How y'all feel about that? I'm gonna say, Francis, how you feeling about that one?
You know what? When I was in that position, I guess it wasn't because the phone was always up. When it rang, it either got answered or the side button got pushed. It didn't even matter. So I mean, it was never where it was face down. I'm gonna tell you, at the point in time when that happened with me, everything was out in the open.
You ain't everything. So you just knew where you stood from the beginning.
I mean, on the cool, I said like this: give that person that opportunity to make that decision. And at that point in time, I did foolish. I ain't gonna lie.
So I was
foolish as hell.
Boy, you was taking a big chance, big risk. But tell me, what would you do if your partner phone go off, it's vibrating, and they trying to hide it? What would you do?
You asking? Who you asking?
Who you asking? Who wants to talk about? I'm gonna ask you, Francis, because I know you got something good. I'm gonna ask you.
So the question is, if my significant other falls off and they try to hide it, what I'm gonna do? Is that what you asking me?
Yes, ma'am.
Girl, I'm pushing her ass out the bed. The phone going flying. So we gonna look. It's gonna be some problems. Why is you hiding this phone? What the hell is going on?
Oh man,
what's up? And then I had this thing where if it ever did anything like that, or it was something, I thought it was something, I do like this. And I just stare at her till she look at me. Then when she look at me, I be like, what you doing? That's just
all right. Nate, what would you do if Ray's phone, if it started vibrating and, well, first of all, it's on silent or even vibrate, what would you do? And you see a woman's name, on that phone.
Oh, I'm gonna answer the phone. Me personally, I'm gonna answer the phone.
I say, who is that?
Yeah, I'm gonna answer the phone.
Now you gonna tell the truth. You gonna get out your Vaseline, start putting that Vaseline on. You're gonna be putting socks on your hands, getting ready to box. Don't tell the truth. Tell it like it is. Tell it like it is. Like the devil. We already know.
I'm gonna give you a chance to explain it. I'm gonna give you a chance to explain it, but if I don't like what you explaining, then it's gonna be another problem.
All right, you gotta move on.
No, she was asking.
Hey, no explaining. No explaining.
And you're the main piece. And
All right,
see the
so
name
you
come
find
across the phone that you hide
a time call. They're at home.
Man, fuck that. I'm trying to hear that.
Go ahead, somebody.
Did y'all hear what I said?
I'm sorry, what was it?
Put it back up. Okay, so you find yourself having to schedule time to talk or call, and you can never.
Tanya, do you got your mic covered up?
No, I do not. What's going on? Y'all can't hear me now?
Now we can.
Oh, well,
You
hell.
find yourself having to schedule time to call. Can never speak when they're at home.
Okay. So, Francis, we're not even going to ask you because evidently you already knew what time to call, what time not to call.
Well, hold on. No. Actually, there was no scheduled time. Whenever I call, I was given call when you want to. When I call, we talk, and that was it. Even through text and anything.
Teresa would. I'm sorry.
I'm just lie. We were bold as hell. We were bold as hell. We were brave than the motherfucking. Trust me. Only if y'all knew. Yes,
Look here.
we were bold.
I ain't gonna lie. That's what got me in trouble because the other they didn't know their time to call. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know when to call. What call at the most random times carrying on. You know what I'm saying? And it got me in trouble. I had to change my phone number.
Y'all, that was so funny. Her other person called. She picked up. She looked at her phone, and I was just sitting there looking at her like, I'm waiting on you to pick it up. And I want you to explain this one. I'm waiting on you to explain this one. And fool, hello? No, you who? And that fool on the other line talking about that's 50 Tanya. Tanya, this is me. It's me, Tanya.
You got the wrong number.
That fool said you got the wrong number. No, this is not Tanya. That fool hung up that phone. I gotta change my number to all these random people calling my phone. I said, girl, you know, real. You know,
wait. Diddy, what did you say to her? What did you say to her?
I just looked at her. I said, y'all change your number. She talking about, not for real. All these people just called. They called in my phone. These random strangers.
Random people. They were calling my phone. Oh no. They didn't know their place. They didn't know their time to call.
That fool had to change a number. That's how deep it got. All right, Tanya.
Wait a minute, you didn't ask Cynthia nothing about that one. Now, Cynthia, you got something to say?
Okay, Nay. You got something to say about that, Nay?
It didn't matter. He didn't have a time to call. He called anytime of night he wanted to. I picked up the phone.
Y'all two on the bottom brave. That's all I gotta say. Y'all brave.
Well, I'm gonna say the side chick that I was fooling with, that fool didn't have no sense. Call at the most craziest times. I mean, what you doing calling me at 2 a.m. when you know that I told you don't call past 10 o'clock? Don't do it. Tanya be home. Look, Tanya will be home at 10 o'clock. You need to call before that. We need to be off the phone 15 minutes before 10. So I can tuck my own. I get in the bed, pretend I've been in the bed, get my snacks and my drink in there, pretend like I can watch watching an ID channel or something, and here you go calling at 10 o'clock. I just wanted to talk to you real quick. No, we ain't got shit to talk about. Get the hell off my phone.
Go.
You will be unblocked at 8 o'clock in the morning, but right now your ass is being blocked.
I'm dying.
I don't even know how to block.
That the Cynthia time. I don't even know how to block. I couldn't even block them.
Babe, I put them on block real quick. Mute them.
A couple of years ago, I just figured out how to block somebody because I never would block them. I never did block anybody. I didn't think about it. But no, actually, I still don't. Because I mean, I don't have a reason to.
Well, now you don't. But you know, you never know when you might need that.
Even then, I didn't. Bitch, you got me fucked up. No, baby, we don't need no.
We moving on. We moving on, y'all. Y'all are tripping.
All right. So for those who do know, they the side chick, Francis. The other person, girl, you got this so small I can't see.
I'll read it for you. For those who do know that they are the side chick, the other person always making excuses of how their home life is so bad with their wifey or either their hubby to try to convince you that I'm gonna leave them. Yep. Sooner or later, I'm gonna leave them.
They so bad, they abusing me. It's abusive in this house. I'm so unhappy.
And I'm gonna leave and have all these excuses of why they can't leave. We got a car together. We paying on this house together because of the kids. But she's so horrible. And I have to say, a lot of women, they think that, he's really not interested in this woman anymore. He doesn't love this woman because he talks so bad about her. No, that's when you need to be worried. When he is talking all bad about this woman.
They're still feelings. They still fooling.
Yep.
Y'all read Francis, the next one because I can't see it either.
Oh, you can't see? Oh, okay. This one here. They never take extended vacation trips with you. Y'all can never go anywhere for a long period of time. You ask them to go on a vacation trip for 2 weeks, they can't do it.
Francis, you
first and foremost. Hold on, wait. No, we finna back this shit up. We didn't even discuss 3. Judy said something about 3. Go back to 3.
Now, go back to 3. Then. Go back to 3.
Oh,
what the hell wrong with y'all?
Well, go there. There it is, baby. I wasn't gonna read it for you anyway.
Listen. Well, good. Okay, here's the thing. At that point in time, when that did happen, and yes, he used to do just that. Talk about the wife and all that. This is exactly what I used to say. Why do you talk about her? You're gonna be going home to her. Don't say anything else bad about her. But then we had an incident where it didn't last long. I ended up cutting it off because I felt bad about it. When that happened, she ended up calling me while I was at work one night 3 times. Ooh. And simply said, she did. And I told her, shit, I'm at work, you know where I'm at. I said, but here's the thing. I don't contact him. I don't say nothing to him. So it wasn't no need for her to call my phone. Oh, ever. Yeah. I mean, she lied on me and told me and said that I tried to run her over.
See, that's what I'm talking about. They're trying to get you framed.
No, I did not. Listen, I was coming out the parking lot. She had just got out the car. Now, mind you, when I put it in reverse, I'm reversing away from her. My back end is to her. I'm finna go the other way. Girl, boo. I'm not gonna do it from behind. I'm gonna do it from the front. If I'm gonna run you over, I'll use it. No, I did not.
Violent. Okay. We're gonna move on to the next one. The one about the vacations. They never take extended vacations with you. They always got some excuse of why they can't. But then you see them on Valentine's Day and special occasions, spending 2 weeks, 3 weeks with the main one. What y'all got to say? I want to know. Did y'all take any vacations with the side piece?
Nope.
Did y'all ever take any vacations? Did you celebrate any special holidays with the side piece, or was you at home with the main?
At home with the main.
Oh yeah, no. We celebrate.
That's what I'm talking about.
What you talking about?
This one down there, that one.
Wait, what I know we did?
Oh, y'all were bold.
Yeah, I celebrated.
Look.
What goes on?
I celebrated it too. I'm sending a message and Messenger saying Happy Valentine's Day.
I got treated out to a steak dinner. I mean, hey, how you doing?
So what about the main piece? Where was the main piece at while you was out celebrating?
At home.
So evidently you got to learn how to split the time. See, if the main had to go to work that day, that means you got to spend that time with the side, and then then in the nighttime, then you spend it with the main. That's what you got to divide your time. Okay.
And
we're not supposed to be telling people how to do this. We're supposed to be telling them how to figure out that they the side piece.
Yeah.
Okay.
All I'm saying is, baby, when we get to time.
That's bad.
Okay. Now, and this is the one that really irritates me about some women. This last one here, this is number one that irritates my blackness. Right here. Left wondering why there has never been a commitment. And then they finally realize that I let my whole life pass me by waiting on this man for 20 years or this woman for 20 years, and now you're old and gray and can't do nothing. Can't shake a tail feather now. Okay, don't nobody want you now. You didn't wait 20 whole years for this one person and thinking that you can take the main's place. That side chick, I always think that she can come and take the main's woman, the main wife's place, husband's place. It's just a mess.
Why they spend so much time? I mean, 10 years, 20 years, that's too long.
They be caught up, and I ain't gonna lie, it's that other person that keeps stringing them along, giving them a little bit of hope, I'm gonna leave this woman, still talking about how bad the house is at home and how bad their wife or husband is. You know, I'm gonna leave her. And they keep on holding on. Before you know it, 20 years done passed. I done actually met some women that are still holding on to that man for 30 years.
Dang.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
Would y'all ever hang on that long? Say for instance, you knew you were the side piece. Would you hang on that long?
Girl, let me tell you something. If I do, I better get jumped by Judy and Cynthia. We know you're not gonna fight. So I better get jumped by Cynthia and Judy.
You ain't no good.
Well, some people. I go ahead, Nate. Sorry.
The only thing I gotta say to that, it makes me look bad because I was in the relationship for 18 years, and I left the 18-year relationship for the 3-year side piece. So where does that put me at?
Right smack in the middle.
You know, I left the main piece for the side piece.
Well, that side piece must have been good to you, girl.
And still is to this day, 3 years later.
No.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, I don't have nothing to
You
say
have to give me
because
some on that one. Yes, kudos.
everything that was said, the side piece got all the coins. So I don't have anything to say.
Well, there you go. That's a happily ever ending, you know, or ever after.
Francis, tell us your story. How you was the side piece.
She froze, y'all. Francis is frozen.
Okay. What it is? No, I'm not. Listen, we met at my job, and we're talking. She would come in periodically. I found myself looking for her to always come. Long story short, asked if I had a Facebook. Said yeah. We started chopping it up for a few days on in Messenger. After that, I called her one morning. We ain't doing this Messenger thing. Called her up. We started talking. I kid y'all not. It did not take long. And staying the night led to moving in. And it was always, we were always doing things together. We were always doing things together. I'm talking about, and my father-in-law is here at the house. He reminded me of something. He was staying with the ex-wife girl, and I went over there and took groceries to him.
Oh my God.
That's just bold.
Yeah, they're quiet.
That's
Why y'all
bold.
quiet?
Wait, not well. Y'all think that's bad, and I'm gonna go. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and confess one more thing. She was out of town, and I was supposed to go by the visit. I was supposed to just go by the visit. Well, I ended up staying the night.
Oh, in the main's house. Ooh. Just doing it.
Well, it's going on 3 years, baby. Hey, 3 years in it. November it'll be 3 years, so we still here.
Happily.
Girl,
hey.
If I would have stayed the night over there, it would have been comfortable because I've been getting up, looking over my shoulder every minute, thinking I'm hearing stuff in the house. It'd be just a refrigerator making noise, and I'll be thinking she coming back in the house.
You don't know. You can't even enjoy yourself for being super paranoid.
Girl, boo, because I took shower, had wine, had food fixed for me, so yes.
Just wrong. Did you ever? You ever been bold like that?
No. No.
Don't lie, Nay.
No. Because
this show says straight talk, no BS. Don't lie, Nay.
I'm not lying because the side piece had his own place, so I didn't have no reason to duck and hide.
I tell y'all.
So that's that. I mean, that's not a lie. Anytime I stepped out to go see my side piece, I didn't have to worry about the other piece because I was the main piece with the side piece.
Oh wait.
Okay. So how did you get away from your main piece at your house?
Oh, that's easy. Like either this is going to change and we're going to do better or we not. And I gave him an allowed amount of time, not trying to be funny, no shade thrown. And when it didn't happen, I had to put things in motion because the side piece got tired of being the side piece. If I'm treating you like my main, I feel like as a man, I should be treated like your man. And I had to really weigh my pros and cons. Like, damn, I'm getting treated like a queen, but yet when I go home, I'm still unhappy. It goes back to the beginning when you said they making up excuses to why they hadn't left. I had to be honest with myself and stop making up excuses to why I was still trying to hold on to what I know was bad for me.
Because you sure was making up a lot of them. And I love you so much, best friend, but I'm going to have to put you out there. I'm going to have to throw you underneath the bus, bitch. I just have to do it. You know I like drama. That's what y'all say, right? Y'all say I'm a drama queen.
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
I believe the way you was creeping out, you was saying that you was at Judy and Tanya's house on the weekend, knowing damn well I ain't seen you. I ain't seen you from Friday to Sunday. But by the way, you was claiming that you was at my house. That's how you was creeping out.
Okay, well if you throw me under the bus like that, let me just go and tell the truth. How many weekends was you my lift? How many weekends was you my lift to get
Girl,
me
it
back
seemed like
to
it
the
was
house?
every weekend. Every weekend.
Right, no shit.
But whoever's watching, please don't take notes because I'm a bad coach. I'm a bad coach.
Well, I'm like this. I won't advise nobody to be the side piece, but I will say, if you are going to be a side piece, at least make that person give you that option. Don't just, be thrown into it. But I do say this: if you're gonna be a side piece, you do have to know your place, and there are rules to the side piece. Now, some of us may not follow them, but there are
what's rule number 1, Francis?
Shit, bitch, I can't take you nowhere. You gotta be quiet. You can't tell. You can't tell your mama, your daddy, your sister, your best friend, bitch. You better not tell your cat, your dog, nobody.
Better keep it on the low.
But I mean,
okay.
Yeah, and that's the way it goes. So,
okay, so I'm gonna say this. So if you and I'm not just saying y'all, but if anybody was to find themselves realizing, hey, maybe I am possibly the side chick here instead of the main, like I think I am, what would be y'all's advice for them, Judy?
I'm like this. If they agree to it, then so be it. Be happy and be the best damn side chick you can be.
That's your advice. Be all you can be. If you suspect you are, be all you can be.
You can be and get all that you can get. No, seriously, with me, I can only talk from my experience. I have never ever been the side chick, never. But the side chicks that I done had, we gonna reach an understanding right off the top. I do not lie to you. First of all, I'm gonna tell you straight up what it is, what I got at the house, and do not interfere with my family. Because the first time that you interfere with my business over here, you cut from the team. It's over. So I give you your choice. Whether you want to play game, you want to play along, or you have the choice to bounce. That's just what it is. Mm-hmm. And like I said, as soon as you break those rules, like calling me at different times and not the set times that I tell you to call, you're gone. Because you're bringing static into my household. I'm not going to bring none into yours, and don't bring none into mine.
All right. Cynthia? Oh, I'm sorry, Francis.
Oh, go ahead. No. Please, go ahead.
I wonder what Francis was about to say. Go ahead.
I was fixing to say, you know what seems to be more common now? Remember back in the day when it was the female always wanted to be in a relationship and the dude, and then it turned where the dude wanted to be in a relationship, but the woman didn't. I'm noticing that it's a lot of females that sure don't have a problem being the side piece. They ain't ready to be tied down yet, so I think they like they fun, you know, of having to be able to send them home and not deal with the headache. Because we got a lot of them on here that they don't been the side piece before. And Judy, your
Yes.
says hotel, baby.
Wait a minute. Say that again.
What she was saying was, he put HOMES.
But I changed it.
Oh, did you put it back on there? Oh, anyway, she says 2 phones, 1 for the side piece.
Oh.
Well, the deal about that is she had 2 phones and I knew both numbers.
Well, see, y'all were both. Cynthia,
we were.
You were just bold. Y'all were bold. I keep saying it.
She said, Judy, she said that hotels are for hoes, and that's where you take them, is the hotel.
So, look, Cynthia, what's your advice for people? We need to give people some. If you find out that you are
the side piece.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, first of all, I'm like Judy. If I'm going to be a side piece or if I'm going to have a side piece, you got to know your place. You got to know your place. You got to know the rules and regulations to the game. And the first time you disrespect home, you go. You go. Period, point blank, it's over with. And I have had that situation where a dude felt like he could be disrespectful and pop up. And I called laws on his ass. Like, bitch,
oh my God.
All the time. So, side piece you can't be dismissed.
Nay, I had that same issue, but the crazy thing is that I'm a whole lesbian. A whole lesbian. And I was working at this convenience store. And it's Dominican guy. He would come in all the time. We started chatting it up, talking and all of this stuff. And this fool comes out and tell me that he says, if you don't be with me, I'm coming to your house. And I'm going to tell your woman that me and you been talking. Right? I told him, you better not come to my house. And I wasn't worried because I said, hell, he don't know what I say. Shit, I wasn't scared at all. No sweat off my back until a couple days later, the doorbell rang. And she going to the door. And she said, Judy, some guys are out here asking for you. Baby, I got to that door. I said, girl, that's the maintenance man. Yeah, that's the maintenance man. I came out here and talk to him. Girl, I was a shaking, shivering bitch. I was like, what the hell you doing at my damn house? But I told you, Judy, you don't tell her that me and you are together. I'm going to tell her. Nigga, you don't get your ass from, you better get to stepping. So I went back in the house and I was like, oh, wait a minute. I told her he need a ride to the gas station. I got to take him to go get some gas. I made up a lie that took his ass back to his place. Girl, man, we were fussing in that car. But that yes.
Oh no.
Go ahead, Francis.
That don't make no sense. Not the maintenance man.
Girl, I had to make up an excuse. She wanted to know who this dude was.
Wait a minute. I got
a maintenance man.
I got a question. I have a question. Judy, yes. Were y'all really talking or no?
Yes, we were really talking.
Okay. That's the part I was like, what?
But he broke the rules. You know what I'm saying? It was like we were talking, but not sexually talking. Okay, no, but we were talking. He was cool to hang out with, and all of that stuff. You know, now we probably would have crossed that line back then, but he messed up. You didn't broke the rule. You didn't came to the house. Nah, it wouldn't have went that far, to be honest. But girl, when he came to the house, I ain't lying, my soul left my body. My soul left my body, baby. I said, what the hell? And he told me that he told me I'm gonna show up at your house. I didn't believe it. Y'all better watch out for them those side pieces that are stalkers.
Hey,
they will find out where you stay.
Look, hey, Calvin Holland said my classmates ain't to be fucked with. Love y'all.
Oh my God.
Yeah, listen, look, and I'm gonna tell you, and don't get me wrong, when me and Teresa hooked up, and I remember when she invited me, she said, "You gonna stop by after work and see me?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna come by." Now, mind y'all, I was in her car, and at night I used to drop her off at her house and take her car to my house and come back at 5 in the morning and get her. Okay. But I don't know how it went from stopping by and saying hello to coming in, showering, had a glass of wine, bitch fish and salad. I don't know. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. And next thing I know, I think probably about maybe a week and a half, maybe a month later. Next thing I know, clothes was in my closet.
Lord. Just moved on in. Which,
I mean, because I was like, shit, you might as well.
Right? I mean, but it's a good thing because in your case, in Cynthia's case, it worked out. And if I had to give advice, I would be, if you find yourself thinking that you are the side, or you're in that position that you are, and it's gone on for hopefully not as long as 20 something years, I think my advice is to get out of that. Let that go. Or just use it for what it is. Like I don't know which one of y'all said that, but use it for what it is. Take advantage, maybe for I guess it's a mental thing, basically. Don't let yourself start getting all caught up. You know what I mean? Know that if you realize and say, hey, I think I might fit one of these 10 suggestions that we've given, and it could be me. So I'm thinking, okay, so now I know that. Well, let me just get what I can get, know my place, know what it is, and don't fall. Don't let your heart start getting all involved because you know who you are to that person.
But the crazy thing is that we got two people in the room who prevailed. They were the side chicks, but then they end up being wifey material. You see what I'm saying? So
True.
it could turn out either way.
True.
But it's very rare. It's very rare.
Yeah. I do want to say this though in that defense. Because people have that thought that, okay, if you're the side piece and say that person leaves their main to be with the side piece, that since you were cheating on the main, you're going to cheat on that one. That is not always the case. Sometimes, if you think about it, sometimes
I'm sorry, Francis, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I want to ask you, has that thought ever crossed your mind? Have you ever had to worry about that?
Yes. It's not that I worried about. I thought about it. I did. Yes, I really did. I thought about it, but as time went on, and I was reassured that this is where she wanted to be. That's not gonna happen, you know. So now it's after that, it's okay. You have faith. You start trusting. Look at here. We here. This is what we're gonna do, and you go from there. You
That's
know.
righteous. That's righteous. Cynthia,
I
you
mean,
did that ever cross your mind like that?
For me, well, it was something that was tried, but I guess we were trying to see how far you could go. And then I said, well, know, I'll just bring you your belongings and we can call it quits. Well, I just couldn't get my stuff tomorrow. No, I dropped all his stuff off within 30 to 45 minutes, and he realized that he wanted me to be the main instead of try to play the side. So, don't stir up shit and it won't stink.
Mm. So you had to learn them. Okay.
Yeah, because it's certain people you can't play with them like that. Either you want it or you don't. And I'm the type of person, if I'm what you want, be 100 with me and I'll be 100 with you. But what you can't do is play with me, because I end up hurting you in the end.
I mean, and you got to look at it like this too. I mean, you say you got like it happens. This is what I want to know. So what happens when you decide? Now you decide you want a whole relationship.
You cut out, Francis.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. When you're the side piece, but the side piece, yeah, I think I'm saying it right. The other person wants a relationship, but they know they can't have it with that person, so they decide they're going to go find them, somebody to have a relationship with. But then the dude that what I'm saying, that's supposed to have the side piece, he done got mad, don't want to let the side piece go. What the hell do you do?
Okay, well,
I'm lost.
I didn't get it. Say it again. Take me slow, Francis. Take me slow.
Yeah. Too many?
Too many sides.
No, put it like this. Put it like this. What if y'all have that mutual understanding, right? But when one decides they want a relationship, they know they can't have it with that person, so they go and find them a person to start having a relationship with. But the one that's left pissed off and don't want to let the whole person over here. What you do?
Shoot, he just gonna whoever that leftover person is, they just gonna have to accept it. They just have to accept it. That's one thing. That's one thing you don't do is get caught up behind the side piece. You got to be willing to let go too. You know what I'm saying? If that side piece wants a real relationship and you can't give that real relationship, then you have to let that side piece go and not be jealous behind it. Even though you will be, but you're gonna have to let it go. If you can't give that, you can't get that side piece nothing real.
If you can't control your emotions, you know what I'm saying? And this is where people get it mixed up here. Once you start, when you're the side piece, once it starts to you spending the night allowing to have toothbrush left at the house, you done messed up.
That's like a stray.
You can't do that. If you have that side piece, that side piece, you cannot let them keep anything at the house. You can't leave shit at the house, and some of them leave so you can get caught up.
I have one thing to say to somebody. I don't even know if she's watching the show, but she's dealing with a married man, right? She's a young girl, and she's dealing with a married man that's been married to his wife for 2 years. Now, this girl, she lives in an apartment. This man, him and his wife, they well established, got their own home, you know, kids are all grown and stuff. And she's telling this man, leave your house, give it all to your wife, and come stay with me in my apartment with my 2 kids. Now, remind you, his kids are all grown.
No.
She's thinking that this man is going to give up his home and leave and go and be full-time to her, a full-time husband to her and a full-time father to her kids. Her kids are 5 and 7. She's 10 years younger than this man. She's 37. I think he's about 47 or 48. And she think that he's going to start all over.
No. Nope.
What advice would y'all give to somebody like that who's in this made-up dream world thinking that this man is going to leave his wife to come be with her to be in an apartment when he owns a house? Is he just going to give up that house?
Let me tell you something. That cookie is not that good. It ain't. That stuff, that snatch ain't that good. It ain't finna draw him away. I'm so sorry, honey. Let it go. Let it go. That's my advice.
What'd you say, Francis?
Well, I mean, I would have to tell her, yeah, she's living in the fantasy world at this point, because she has to understand his kids are grown. He has his stuff, you know, he's stable. That's just fun for him. And she has to be able to recognize that I'm just a snack pack. He got a whole meal over here that he gets daily.
Somebody's audio is messing up. Nay, is that you?
No.
There you go. It's better now. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's like she has to understand that she's a fun pack. He got a whole damn big home. He's not finna leave that simply because his kids are already grown. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Do y'all think that he's just going through
what he should do is he should call it quits. But I'm afraid that if he calls it quits, she gonna snap and he gonna go. She gonna go to that man's house and mess and snap. Piper. I don't know what's in this cup.
Okay. So do y'all think that he's just going through a midlife crisis or something, dealing with a younger girl? I mean, I don't even understand why he would even mess with somebody that much younger. Like I said, she's 37. He's like 47 or 48. And he's leading her on, making her think that he's going to leave his wife.
The blame lies with both of them. Seriously, it's both people. You know what I'm saying? He should be being honest with himself and his wife. And then the young girl should realize that he's never going to leave his wife. The blame lies with both of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think more so with the husband, though.
Yeah, he can only do what she allowed him to do. If she allows him to keep feeding her the BS, then she can't do nothing but accept the responsibility for what goes on.
Cynthia?
For me personally, I think he's having his cake and eat it too. I mean, yes, she has to take responsibility. That's true. But also at the same time, she's looking for that stability, and she's built up hope with him. But him being the older person and knowing deep down that he's not going to leave his wife, he's just enjoying his cake and eating it too. And just like old people would say, why pay for the cow when you can get the milk for free?
Come on.
That is the same.
It's crazy. He did the same exact thing with his ex-wife too. You know, he had a side chick, and then he left that previous wife for the side chick.
If you
in
what do you say?
In some cases, people just don't. I guess they just don't catch on. They just don't take life serious. It's just a total game. You know, like Brittany say, it's a game to him, and she needs to let go. I mean, if you allow, I mean, come on, if you put a football player on the field and let him play through the whole game, you think he go down just because he has the opportunity to sit down? He's gonna keep playing because you let him.
That's right. That's right.
Period.
So should the wife continue to fight?
Who wants to be punished?
That's what I want to know. Should his wife continue to fight to save their marriage?
You can't
you got to remember.
Say it again, Francis.
I didn't say nothing. That was nay.
I said you can't fight for someone that don't want you. It takes two people to fight for a marriage.
Okay, I believe
that she got to remember too. She got to remember too. It's a cycle. If he did it with her and he's doing it again, it's a cycle to him. Nobody has made him pay for his consequences, so he's going to continue to do it. The person that made him pay for his consequences, one or two things going to happen. Either he's going to keep doing it, or he's going to stop. But he do it because he knows he's allowed to.
Well, I would never tell her to leave her husband, never, because I believe that sometimes people, they go through different phases in life, you know, and when you understand that, I feel like well, I'm gonna put it this way. Sometimes people who mess up in a relationship, they're worth fighting for still. Yeah. You know, sometimes the outcome can't be good. Maybe it's going, like I said, maybe he could be just going through a midlife crisis. You know what I'm saying? And he stepped out of line. And they got so much invested. So I would tell her to keep fighting a little bit. Keep fighting, hanging there. It could turn out to be good. And sometimes you got to have love in the relationship, more love than the other person.
You're right.
When the other person run out of love, maybe your love can help both of y'all. Go ahead, Tanya.
No, that's pretty much what I was gonna say. I mean, you know, we can pass judgment. You know, we can give our opinion and say well, this person should do this, that person should do that, but that only the person who's in it, the wife, knows what she's in. She knows the other side of that other person more than anybody. And that love, like Judy said, if that love, sometimes it takes her love needs to be stronger in this situation to carry them both through it, because you never know what's on the other side. You never know. And so, you know, hey, you fight till you're tired, and that's each individual person. You fight till you are sure and you're tired.
Go ahead, Fran. Go ahead, Fran.
Well, I was going to say something along that line. No, there's a difference between fighting for your relationship and being an ass. Those are two totally different things. One, you know, fighting for your relationship because that's where you want to be, because you know it's something there. Okay. But, you know, I wouldn't say you got to be there 20 more years just to get kicked in the face. You know, nah. I understand you know what I'm saying, that person going through something. Okay, that's cool. But how long do it for them to come up out of that? I'm not waiting no damn 20 years for you to decide you don't want to kiss and suck and all this on somebody else. You got me fucked up. That shit ain't gonna happen. You gonna get your shit together. We gonna work it out. We gonna go to counseling. We gonna do whatever the fuck we gonna do. But you got one more time, and I'm gonna cut your nuts off and hand them to you.
Jesus. Well, I'm just saying. What I'm saying is that you never know, and I mean, till that person gets tired. You know what I'm saying? We can say, "Nah, I ain't finna wait. I'm not gonna do that." But you gotta let it ride out.
Girl, please, let me explain something to you. Judy said that they were established. They have a whole house. They have all of this, right? They have a lot to fight for. If I was in that situation, everybody is different. I can fuck about that house because I give two damns and no fucks about the house, the car, any material shit. At the end of the day, how I feel is more important to me. And if that means that I have to walk away in order for me to feel good, then that's what I do. But don't get me wrong now. Like I said, if I'm gonna stay there and fight, I'm gonna fight. I'm not gonna spend 20 more
Somebody
years.
please fix your audio. Back up a little bit.
That's somebody's phone going off.
Okay.
But I'm not going to wait 20 more years. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to spend another 20 years. You know what I'm saying? That shit's not going to happen. We can work these next 2 to 3 years. I got 2 to 3 years to spare with you. If you can't get it together within them 3, we got a problem. It shouldn't take no other 20 motherfucking years for you to get off your high horse and see what you have in front of you. It don't take 20 years for you to get your shit together and realize I love this person. This is who I want to be with. It don't take no fucking 20 years for that.
Let me ask this question. Let me throw something else in the mix. What if that person has some kind of psychological problem that causes them to have these different mood swings to where they feel like they want to go out and have a side chick and creep with a side chick or whatever? What if they have a problem? Would you hang in there with them? Would you stick to your vows that you made to your partner when y'all got married? Through sickness and health, better or worse, would you hang in there and try to help them with their issues?
Okay.
Like I said again.
Go ahead.
Like I said again, I don't have a problem fighting. If I knew you had this psychological problem, then that's shame on me because I knew fucking better. Because that means you was doing it while we was dating. And if I go ahead and marry you, that means that I take on what you presented to me. But if I find this out after we get married and you got a psychological problem, you going in the home. I'm finna put your ass in the psych ward. We're finna get you some. And if that still don't help, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go ahead and serve you your papers.
But it's like this. If you find out, I mean, I can understand what you're saying. I understand, like, okay, if you knew about it, but when you were dating, you walking into it, okay. But say, for instance, this thing comes about while you're married. You know, that's just like a person who's on drugs, or you find out they have really well, and you didn't know the depths of the psychological issue. I feel like once you take on that vow of marriage, there's a few situations to where you need to break your vows. But if it's due to a mental illness, now I got two things to say. I got two parts to this. If it's due to a mental illness such as like a drug or some kind of even mental,
sex
whatever
problem.
Sex problem or something like that, you work through it with them because you took a vow. Those words, people tend to take them lightly. You know what I'm saying? It's still death do us part, and if it's something we can work on, I'm gonna stick into it because I took those vows with you. Now, on the other side, if this thing that you find out is detrimental or can cause some kind of injury or harm to you and your person or your children or something like that, well, in those moments, like I said, there's few reasons why you break your vows. And I just feel like, I really feel strongly that if you find out something's wrong with a person while you're in it, it comes about and you realize they got some kind of problem, you stick with them through it. Because it's that thing that's messing with them. That's not the person. It's that thing that's messing with them, whether it's the drugs, the sex addiction, the whatever you want to call it. Maybe you done been in the service or something, got some kind of problem or what, it's that thing that's messing with their mental. Now the other part that I had to say is going out and being with another person. I'm not real too sure about how that could be a mental problem. I guess that goes with sex addiction maybe.
Sex addiction.
So then, hey, we got to go to some counseling or something.
That's the reason why so many men have side pieces, because they have that sex addiction, and a lot of them are just too afraid to ask for what they want when they're in the bedroom, and so they go out, and it's easier to be themselves. You know what I'm saying? When they're with that side chick, they can be who they really are. Take the mask off.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I guess if that was the case, Eric Benet and Holly Berry would still be married then, and they're not because of that issue right there, a sex addiction. That's why. So don't give me the bullshit. So now, I'm gonna say it like this. Like I said it first. I don't have a problem fighting for my relationship. I don't have a problem fighting for my marriage. But what I'm not going to do, once again, is I'm not going to spend 20 years trying to fucking fix somebody or help somebody get fit. Now, my sister sat up here and she said for you, Tanya, she's giving you high five on this, best because she went through that. But when she went, she had a fucking meltdown. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you can put so much into a person and want to be there with that person. It will fuck with you mentally. You're not strong to be in that position. I don't advise nobody to get in it. If you cannot handle the rules and regulations of being a side chick, you might not want to take on that position. You might as well take that application and get that shit to somebody who can handle that. Because apparently they can lift that weight. Period. Wow. And I'm like I say, I never tell anybody to leave that person. I never tell nobody, you know what I'm saying? You just ought to get rid of them. I never tell nobody that. You fight. I know how far my fight can go, and my fight will not go to the end of time. I don't give a fuck what vows we took. Because if you could walk on me like I'm a fucking man, then I could pounce on you like I'm a motherfucking lion and beat the brakes off your ass. Period.
Such a radical. Such a radical.
I don't give a damn. Hey, straight talk, no BS. We giving it like it is.
Cynthia, what would be the advice be for the wife? I tell you
what, if I was with you, I'd be scared to have a side chick. Baby, I'd be scared to have friends. Don't y'all call her. She might think y'all the side chick. We both gonna take an ass whooping tonight.
I've been quiet because I've been on both sides of the fence.
Well, speak up, Nate. Speak up.
My relationship of 18 years, he did have a mental problem. The 9 years that I gave him to get himself together, and I tried to get him help, but what he wanted was for me to do the legwork. I will walk through muddy water with you, but you got to be willing to ask for the help, whether it's a sex addiction, mental, whatever it is. You got to be willing to ask for the help. You can't expect everything to be handed to you on your plate. And then, as far as the person that's willing to fight, once you give it all you got, which I did for 9 years, once you give it all you got, don't lose your self-worth trying to help the person that don't want to ask for the help. The first sign of knowing that you have a mental problem or a sex problem or a porn problem is being able to notify it yourself and say, hey, I need help and I need you to go through this with me. I need you to walk through this with me. And
what if
my
they don't
partner,
ever? What if they don't realize that part, Nate? What if they don't realize it?
at a certain point, if you know you're about to lose everything you've ever had after 18 years, 20 years, 10 years, and you don't do nothing about it, there's no way you can say you don't know. There's no way. There's no way.
I agree with Cynthia on that. I will agree with Cynthia on that. There's no fucking way that you don't
Because
know that something is
that
fucking
person
wrong.
that's in your life, they're telling you that you have a problem. They're telling you that we need to get help. We need to seek counseling. That person is crying out for help. So you're more worried about how you feel versus how they feel. And you're going to end up losing everything you fought for. And that's what happened to my mate. He lost everything he fought for.
Nay, I just have to say, most mental people don't know they're mental. They believe that everything that they believe or whatever, their logic is straight to them. You're the crazy one. They don't even recognize that they have a problem.
Well, I could say
but
that.
you,
I
but I
could agree
agree.
with that because he sure told me he didn't have no problem. He sure told me he didn't
But
have no problem.
I can
He
agree
did
with
tell me
what
that.
Cynthia was saying, though, to an extent, though. If you are telling that person who has the instability, if you are telling them over and over, hey, this is an issue. I know that they're thinking in their mind, no, you the crazy person, I'm not. But if you keep on saying this is hurting me, this is something I had to learn. It's a part of realizing that the person you say you love is telling you you're hurting them. And even if you got a mental problem and you think that other person's crazy, not you, it's not me, it's them. The fact is you're hearing your mate or your person tell you you're hurting me. So it don't matter what you got going on up in this situation. You still have a heart if you say you love that person and you pause. It makes you pause. It makes you say, wait a minute, okay, there might be something to this. Let me so it becomes a choice you make at that point, whether you crazy or not. And I'm not trying, I'm just saying.
Tanya.
Yes.
Well.
I want to ask you this. Tell us about some of your side pieces because you've been quiet, and I'm not gonna let you make it out of this episode without telling us about some of your side pieces.
Yeah.
Why you trying to hide? Why you trying to hide?
I'm not hiding because let me tell you.
Fill us in.
Let me tell you. So my side things came about out of whatever kind of craziness. Okay, so I've had some. Okay, I've had some. You done put me on the spot. I done had some side things, but I never took it to. It was only the extent of over the telephone. You understand what I'm saying? I guess because I had some level of fear, but I always ended up getting caught. I always put us in a situation. I jeopardized my relationship because my side pieces they didn't know the rules. They didn't understand not to do, not to call when they weren't supposed to. So I could never say that I was ever in a situation where I was confronted in person or I went over to their houses or any of that kind of stuff. I went to hotel. I never was in that type of situation. It was just usually conversation over the phone. And so, like I said, they didn't know the rules to follow, and it always ended up getting me in the situation.
You know what was funny though? Y'all, when she got caught up behind one of them side pieces, right? And she thought, I'm finna leave my home for one of them side pieces. Until she was on one of her trips and the message come through over the phone and it was a nude picture. And she saw the real truth, no filters.
I said, what is this?
Woo. Girl, I got dizzy. Off of that.
Honey, ain't nothing like seeing the truth, baby. Ain't nothing like being real appreciative of what you got at the house. That's all I'm saying.
Sometimes you need a wake up call. Tell us some more about your side pieces, Di. Oh, go ahead, Freshy.
Why did you even attempt to even put it in your head to leave? Why?
You know, the messed up headspace I was in at the time is all I can say, honey. That's all I got.
Like Chris Brown saying, she thought that grass was green on the other side.
Yeah. You know, I you know, like I said, it's really the headspace you're in at the time when you think that you can juggle two people anyway. You know, it's exhausting.
Ooh, you better know it.
That's what I will say. Trying to juggle two people and a crazy person at that, yeah, okay, it's exhausting.
Wait a minute, who was the crazy one?
It was me. I'm just messing with you, but you know, I should have realized, because I think at one point, I remember Judy suspecting that I was talking to somebody. And I remember one day I got out the shower and I was sitting on the floor drying off or whatever. And we had one of those 4-poster beds, you know, that was kind of sitting up high off the ground. And I was sitting there drying off. And you know how you just get that feeling that somebody watching me. So I'm looking around while I'm drying off. You know, I'm the only one in the house. The kids gone. Ain't nobody in the house. It's just me. And I'm getting ready to get on the phone, I think, at this point, you know, but I was finishing doing what I'm doing and I'm still getting this feeling. I look underneath. I don't know what made my eye look underneath that bed. This fool underneath the bed looking at me and decided to wave, talking about, hey. I said, I like to die. I said, you know, I almost got busted. That was a close one. I should have known who I was fooling with was crazy. And my main was crazy. I should have never attempted none of my craziness, but I don't know.
And that's what her side pieces had to learn, that her main was crazy.
Yep. Crazy.
Sometimes you just got to put it out there. You got to show a little something, and then they'll take you serious.
Okay, I was just about to say something that'll make you make 1 or 2 decisions, honey. 1 or 2.
I mean, I feel like this, and this just for me. I don't advise nobody else to take this information. Don't lock it in your phone. Don't put it on your fucking calendar. Me, I know everybody has their limit of what they can handle. My fuse might just be a little closer to the bomb than most.
What you mean a little?
I a little. So that means that it ain't.
You ain't got to
much.
steal.
You like that blow. Listen. It's like this. There's only so much, you know, anybody can take. That includes me. What I am willing to take versus the shit that I just won't put up with. I guess all I'm gonna ask y'all is, if it ever happened, can y'all please send me some oatmeal money?
Dumb.
That's all
so
I need.
We need to set aside that. Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Rice Krispie money. Okay.
Yeah. Some zooms and wham whams. That's all I need.
Yeah.
I
tell y'all what, this side piece episode is interesting.
I was still waiting on somebody to give me another good story about some side pieces. Yeah.
Huh?
No, we don't wait on some more. Hold on, we don't gave ours.
I'm serious, y'all. I wasn't lying. I've only been in.
Y'all see my lips? Look, y'all. Lies and deceit.
I'm serious.
You had a whole ass boyfriend at your job, nigga.
I had a who?
Oh, my bad. I'm gonna stop saying that word. You had a whole boyfriend.
It was a sugar daddy type situation. You know what I mean? It was just. I'm just saying. I was getting money. No, look. No, I'm just.
It doesn't matter.
You better stop that.
What'd you say? I didn't hear you.
Yeah, she's joking about that one. She's joking about that one.
I just said I was just messing with y'all. Oh my God! Y'all took that. Okay.
But she had one that she was calling when I would go to work. I was working a late night shift, and they'd be calling. And this one, we used to share a phone. That's how crazy it is. I think if we were sharing a phone, or either I had took her phone that night because something was wrong with my phone, and I was off of work this particular night. So this fool, I guess he knew the exact time to call Tanya. They would call a certain time at night. Well, this particular night, I had her phone. So I'm sitting in the car. He called. He's like, hey, baby. I'm like, hey, what's up? I stopped playing the role, too. Hey, baby, where you been? I've been waiting on your call.
I don't remember
what you doing. You don't remember? Mm-hmm.
I don't remember this.
Mm-hmm.
This was not
and I said, hold on 1 minute. And
about.
I brought the phone in the house to your ass. And I told you, here, your nigga on the phone, talk to him.
I don't remember this.
So you got busted. You got busted again. Yeah, you remember that. And the sad part of that was in the beginning. And Tanya has this issue with letting people down. She has, she has to be nice to him. She don't want to hurt any feelings. You should have just hurt his feelings and told him, hey, I done moved on with somebody else. Yeah, so she kept this side piece because she didn't want to hurt his feelings. And I can't say nothing because I'm the same way. I be hating to hurt their feelings, so I will leave them on, string them on, and I mean string them on. Just because I don't want to hurt their feelings,
Cynthia, please tell me. Hey, Cynthia, please tell me you are not on that bandwagon.
No.
You don't mind? No. You don't mind hurting feelings?
Yeah, I hurt your feelings in a minute.
So
I don't care.
Well,
I will hurt your feelings and be waiting on your brother and your sister.
There we go.
Y'all just crazy.
Feel me? Do you feel me?
No.
What Tanya say?
Okay, because you got to know your place. No, the whole point of being a side piece, you got to know your place.
Well, Tanya would say that I just like attention.
But not only that. My thing is this. First of all, I feel like this. If you go ahead and say what needs to be said and get that shit over with, like y'all said, hurting people's feelings, baby, that's something. Top 3 rule. You cannot be afraid to hurt nobody's feelings because it will, listen, avoid shit that can be avoided. That's bottom line. If you avoid the shit that can be avoided, you won't have no problems. If you straight up, you won't have that problem. Ain't no way in hell. Girl, you got me fucked up. I ain't gonna even lie. I be thinking. I refuse to even attempt to dream that I got a side piece. Do you understand me?
Right.
I'm not gonna dream it. I don't want to think it. I'm not finna speak it. That shit ain't finna happen. Period.
Well, I'm gonna tell you there was one side piece I didn't mind hurting her feelings, and the reason why I didn't mind hurting her feelings because she got violent. She caught feelings and got violent. Nay, you remember that time that we was at the club and we was in the car. The club was over, and the side piece, she thought I wasn't paying her enough attention. She thought that I was paying more attention to one of my friends that was at the club. So we sitting in the car, and next thing you know, I get this right across the back of my neck. And then I get this right here. And they looking in the back seat. She looking like, if you don't deal with this hoe, you don't turn her ass up. She in the back seat. Nay in the back seat bobbing and weaving for me. Girl, if you don't get her, get her, Judy, get her.
You better not hit no woman.
No, Tanya, that
India Irie is not in the room, okay?
Yeah, that night, that needed to come out. That night right there, she had to get her because I wanted to get her.
I'm telling you. So I didn't hesitate to hurt her feelings. I told her it was over. We cannot see each other no more. Don't call my phone. You're blocked. And next thing you know, she got in contact with me over Messenger. So I went out to go see what she wanted. You know, maybe she wanted to apologize or something. Why did I make that mistake? So stupid, got set up. I'm up in the park and this fool that pulled a knife on me. Got me hemmed up in the park. Talking about you ain't leaving me. So, but that one, I had to hurt her feelings, not to tell her it's over.
Well, I got one to tell y'all. I've been trying to sit back and contemplate if I'm gonna do it, but I was working at a hospital, and I was off of work this particular day, and the side piece decides he gonna show up at the hospital because now I'm trying to cut him off. It's over with. We done ran our course. It's over with. This man shows up at the hospital and goes to sleep in the lobby. So security done called me on my off day, Friday. I'm finna get fired on my day off. Do you know a Mr. So-and-so? And I said, well, yes, I do. Well, he says he's up here in the lobby waiting on you to show up for work. I said, y'all might want to escort him out the premises because I don't even work today. Dude was so stalkerish that I damn near lost my job. I damn near lost my job at a hospital making $18 an hour because this dude decided to stalk me at the hospital.
That's bad.
Yeah, it was bad. I ain't gonna even lie. And the side piece, it was a good dude, but you know, it's kind of like what Francis said a little bit. It don't take you 20 years to realize that home is what you want. And so I was saying, like, okay, let's cut this off. This can't go any further. And he wasn't trying to hear it. He was not trying to hear it. When he had to stop coming to the hospital, he started showing up at a family member house of mine all the time. So yeah, you can't take all your side pieces around your family. Can't do that.
I tell you what, it's not worth losing your home or messing up your home over a side piece.
No,
just because of whatever you're going through.
I was just gonna,
and it's sad when you wake up.
This question.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna ask this question, Judy. When that girl put her damn hands on you, so you were willing to fight. You'll be willing to. Seem like, I guess. Hold on. Let me see how I want to say this. Put like this. So you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings if they trying to mess up your home, but you how was I trying to put this?
Well, I'm gonna put it like this.
Why didn't you slap the shit out that girl? Why didn't you slap the shit out that girl? Period. Point blank. I was trying to put it in a way, but I fuck that. Why didn't you knock the hell out that girl when she put her goddamn hands on you?
I don't hit
why?
I don't. I just don't.
But you can.
I don't hit women.
Okay. Time out. You don't hit women, but you can slide bitches.
I don't hit bitches. I just don't do that. I'm not a fighter like that. I'm not a fighter like that. But I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something, but you threw me off with that one. No, and I would never spare anybody's feelings when it comes to breaking up my home. Now, if you about to mess up my home, if you cross that line where you finna call my home or call the person that I'm with or show up at my house, then your feelings are gonna get hurt. Definitely. But far as just calling you and telling you, oh, it's over, I don't want to see you anymore or nothing like that. When I was doing my side chick thing, I wouldn't do it. Now, at where I'm at now today, I wouldn't hesitate because I'm secure. I know I know what I want. You know what I mean? And once you find out what you want, you ain't gonna hesitate to put your foot down and say, "Hey, I got to cut all this loose over here."
That's
Be
right.
real.
Well, once you know what you got, it shouldn't have never got started. That way you ain't got to worry about putting your foot down.
This is the thing, though. This is the thing. And I'm going to keep it real 100 like I always do. I'm not that side piece type of person anyway. I don't even mess with side pieces. I've always been a loyal person, 100%. Tanya is the one who got me out there like that. And when we were fooling around with side pieces, she had 100,000 of them. Guess what? I only had two for the same for probably about 2 years. I had the same two. I'm not that type. I don't like to do a lot of chatting. I don't like to do a lot of talking. You know what I'm saying? I've never been the type to step out of my relationship and cheat. Never. Until I'm forced. She forced me to do it.
Okay. Well,
and when I did it, I
can't nobody force you to do nothing. You have your own mind to do what you want to do. Don't nobody force you to do shit. Now I ain't gonna let you just put that on her like that. Now what I will say is, hold on. It doesn't matter how many had. The point is you had them. It never matters how many. The point is it's being done. The action is done. It doesn't matter with whom or how many of them. It's done. So you're not gonna sit there and somebody force you. Can nobody force you to do a motherfucking thing unless they put a pistol to your head and threaten to pull the motherfucking trigger. If they pull that trigger, then
okay. Now, like I said, and y'all can agree with Francis, but I disagree. I feel like I have a little bit more experience in this area and a little bit more patience. See, the reason why I did it is because I had to teach her a lesson. So it wasn't beneficial just for me. It was really wait. I didn't interrupt you. It was to teach her a lesson.
Oh wow.
Yes, that's right.
Wow.
I didn't even enjoy it. Wow. I didn't enjoy talking to other people.
Well, tonight's episode has been very enlightening, ladies.
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Shut up, friend. God. Hell. Friend, do you have a quote for us? If you can't take the rules of being a side chick, get out the kitchen.
Hey, the rules of engagement are as follows. If you got to understand, if you put yourself in this position, understand there's consequences and repercussions. If you're not willing to do that, then you need to accept it. Don't put you in a position that you cannot handle. Period. Have fun. Enjoy your life. Love you.
Can I say one thing? This is for you young side chicks. I just had to say it. Y'all need to quit thinking that a married man is going to leave their home and start a new life with you. You're wasting your time. You're going to be like that old woman on the last slide, 20 years later, still hoping and praying and wondering when is he coming home. I'm done. Go ahead. Tanya, you got anything to say? Nay? Anybody else? Okay. Well, y'all, it's been fun on Str8 Talk, no BS. Y'all have a good night. We love all of y'all. Mwah. Have a good one. We'll see y'all next time.